ignorant cut. Yeah, that'll count.
I don't know.
Ignorant. South Hutchinson, Kansas, at the Loves. And of course, people parking where they shouldn't be parking, which is blocking people from getting in and out. Missy C, good morning to you as well. Hopefully your day is going okay. Like I said, we are leaving the Loves here in South Hutchinson, Kansas. We got about 120 miles to go to our first delivery in Dodge City, Kansas. And from there, we're going to be bebopping north and a little bit west. We're going to get up to I-80 there in Nebraska, get over to North Platte, make our second delivery, and we should be a-okay. We'll find out where we're going to go. Today is officially the day got a job in a little bit different town with a different company, and hopefully it's a good opportunity for him. You know, the fact he left a good job for another job makes me think it is. So he might have a little bit more either free time or money, or the benefits better suit him and his family. Mr. Nathaniel Lee, good morning. Gonna get back onto US 50 here in Kansas. Got about 2 hours over to Dodge City. We are out in the middle of farm country, so if the video stops and starts and it you know, it buffers a lot, I apologize, but I'm out in the country. I'm Nathaniel, talking about my manager. Lost my manager is no longer with the company. He went on to other things. So today I have no direct manager that I know of in the same capacity. I mean, I still have people above him and to the side and whatnot, but officially I'm not currently assigned as far as I know. But c'est la vie. That's the nature of business and people living their lives, which if it benefits him and his family, I'm happy for him. And I hope it works out to what, you know, what benefits him and his family. Well, I started out with one manager in August of last year. Approximately December, I switched managers. Well, December, January. Well, I forget exactly when, but there's almost the entirety of 2020. I've had the new manager. Nice guy. We get along pretty well, you know, little laughing and joking, little poking, little jibes at each other, you know, not too bad, you know. Just friendly, decent guy, you know, did his job, that's all I needed from him, and it's worked out pretty good, so that's just the way it is. Well, you know, it's just one of the things, you know, it's not like a real personal relationship, it's a business relationship. You know, I can't exactly say I'm a friend. You know, we're acquaintances, we're co-workers. I have a measure of authority job, but you know, I understand what my position is, what his position is, and you know, just act like a normal person, you know, just not a problem. All right, so it is now 9:26 Central Time here in Kansas. Just left South Hutchinson. We are on US 50, Kansas 1 South, and West Kansas 61. So we got this bulldozer blade, which needs to go to Dodge City, which is about a little under 2 hours away. And then from there, I think we're going to go off US 283. I think that's the number of the road. US 283, almost due north, all the way up till we get up to I-80. We'll get on I-80 in Nebraska. We'll take that west a little bit to North Platte, where we will make our delivery of this backhoe loader, a John Deere 410K backhoe loader. We should be able to make it without any real problems. As long as they go quickly unloading this bulldozer blade, we really shouldn't have too much of a problem. No, I say shouldn't, but you never know what's going to happen. I mean, the plan's already changed a couple of times with these loads I got, so why not the last one? Okay, so Kansas 61 is splitting off here to the right. We're going to stay on US 50 here. Yeah, it's not too bad. Let's see. Hey, Missy, my opinion of Kansas on the main interstates is pretty low. I don't like being on the interstates in Kansas. It's mind-numbingly boring. It's like being in Florida. I don't like it. It's like being in California. Really don't like it. You know, but part of the job is dealing with this. So whenever I am going through Kansas or Florida, even California, I do my best. If it doesn't impact, you know, my ability to do my job, it's legal for me to be there, I get on the back roads. I get on the U.S. highways and the county roads and the state roads. It's so much nicer and so much more enjoyable. And you get, like you said, you get to see some actual scenery, you know, the cornfields and the silos and the railroad, and, you know, you get to see some of the small towns. It's always more enjoyable for me in this kind of, this kind of road than the interstate. I-70, I-40, you know, whatever, you know, you're taking across the country. Most of the time, it's mind-numbingly boring. And, you know, I know that's part of the job, you know, it's one of those, I don't want to say hazards, but it's one of the negatives of the job. But if I can avoid it, hey, I avoid it. You know, you don't get to see a whole lot of cows. You see a few cows, but you know, this is much more pleasant an environment to be in personally. All right, so the Loves here in South Hutchinson, Kansas, has a Sonic attached to it. And even though it's 9 o'clock in the morning when I ordered it, I went and got two chili dogs, or coney dogs, because to me they're not real chili dogs. A chili dog is totally covered in chili. A coney dog or a hot dog with chili sauce just has a little bit. It has a little bit of just a touch there. You can pick it with your hand. A real chili dog, you have to eat with a knife and fork. Oh, Nathaniel, driver manager, dispatch manager, you know, which in my case is the same thing. A dispatcher, driver manager, and my company right now, they're the same exact thing. So, about an hour and 45 minutes, we're going to get to our stop at a Murphy Tractor here in Dodge City, Kansas, which I've been to Dodge City a couple times. It's not a hot spot for me personally, but I've been there a couple times. You know, I've stayed there overnight once at the, I think it's a Flying J. You know, but I think the other times I've stopped there just a quick pop in, pop out type situation. All right. So like I said, we'll get this bulldozer off. I enjoyed our meetup a couple of days ago. I had a good time, a good dinner. I appreciate your meeting me. Hopefully your grandkids are not running you too ragged. So Missy, are you going to a independent trucking school, or are you at a company that's sponsoring your driver training. Mikey, what the meatball? Oh, it's not bad here, Mike. A little bit of Wichita here in good old Kansas. Man, the guy behind me really wants to pass right behind me. I think once I get to this this intersection here, I'll move over a little bit and let him get by. Little bit too rambunctious for my liking. Oh, I ran him in front of me where I could see him. So, Missy, what type of trucking are you wanting to do? Well, Missy, my recommendation, for what it's worth, my advice, do not sign anything at any trucking company to get your CDL. Pay for it out of pocket at a truck driving school, an independent school. That way you are 100% free to go to any trucking company you want. You are not locked into anybody, and it will be cheaper to do so. And unfortunately, if you be a local driver, yeah, pay your dues over the and local jobs are most prized. Companies, crane and companies, any way you can, try to, get your name out there. But like I said, try to go and go to a trucking company. A real truck driving school, not a company that make you sign away. You have to work for us for 1 or 2 years to repay the tuition. Hey, Miss Southern Belle, how you doing? Good morning, ma'am. Because let me give you a little background on what it is. When I decided to become a truck driver, I had it's a minimum wage job basically. Saved my money to a truck school, not at any trucking company. So I was wholly of that. And I paid $1,000 for my CDL. The medical, the testing, all the instruction that goes with it. Now, I don't my sister decided that she wanted to go and get her CDL. Now she went the sign on the dotted line with a trucking company to get her CDL, which she did get, but not exactly worked out for her. But she paid double. Her bill is double what mine was. Now, I'm a little over 3 years now. She's not been on the road except for a little bit of, like 2 weeks of training with somebody who was a horrible human being, and she was so disgusted with it. She just threw her hat, off, threw in the towel with it. Well, here's the thing. One, I'm not knocking anybody when I say, I'm just being truthful when I say this. She went to CR England. Now, I don't know who else she was talking to, whatnot, but she did her phone interviews and all that other jazz. And accepted like $7,500 for the CDL training and all that, the testing and the medical and all that other jazz. So she went through the school. Her first time she failed for some little minor thing. I don't know what it was. Neither here nor there, but she went back a week later. She passed. And then she had to wait an entire month. I think it was like 28, 29 days before they found her a woman trainer to be, go on the road, get that job, quote unquote training, in the truck. And the report I got from my sister, this woman was horrible. She never let her back up. She didn't teach her anything. And when she was in the driver's seat, this woman was yelling at her, screaming at her, being verbally abusive. Should never be a trainer. Greg McLean, how are you doing? Yes, it is a real truck, Greg. It's not imaginary, not a figment of your imagination. A Peterbilt 389, 2018 model, 18 speed. So, like I said, abusive, vile, nasty, harassing, insulting, and finally my sister just couldn't take it anymore. So she, I think, she the truck and got into a hotel until she could get, a plane ride back down to Atlanta. And she's not gone back in the trucking to try it again. So that's why, Missy, this is why my advice, just from that alone, my advice is to save your money, pay the tuition out of pocket to get your CDL from a truck driving school, whether that's the local community college or an independent actual, academy or school or whatever they want to call it, where you're located. The other reason I say go to a CDL school and they riding start to quote people same example that you can get in school. They basically double what I was charged at the independent school, which I paid out of pocket. 2, you are going into debt in order to get your CDL through the company. England Prime. You have to literally to get that CDL for the price at truck driving school, community, whatever. Understand a little bit about college, both on a person-to-person level and on understanding of that psychology. They are not